us this evening. One that I know pretty well, and one I just got to meet this evening, but what they did certainly saved a life. And not only are we going to talk about what they did, we're also going to be able to have the daughter of the gentleman that was saved. She's here with us this evening, and so we're going to have her come up, and she wants to say a word about it. It's fine with me as well. But to start out with, we're going to do two awards. Obviously, you will give an award, and we also are going to give another award from, it's going to be the Heart Saver Award, and it's from the American Heart Association, and it'll be given by Jenny Roberts. Jenny, you want to come on up? So we're going to honor two incredible people tonight. One is Anna Bird, and Anna is a nurse over at Quia Delta Medical Center. She's been there since 1999. She presently works in Mother Baby section, but previously she was in the ICU. And with her is her family, husband's Kenny, son Zach, Jacob, and daughter Natalie. They're brought over there with us. Natalie, how about you raising your hand so we know who we're talking about? Okay. Now, Anna, how about you raising your hand? I think they look a lot alike. And besides, I'm happy to have Damian Malik here this evening. And Damian is an engineer paramedic for the Visalia Fire Department. We're not going to talk about what he did on the job. We're going to talk about what he did off the job while he was right after he finished running a half marathon. And this all happens at the end of the half trail marathon back in April. And Anna was waiting for her son to come across the finish line, as I understand, and she was there to cheer him on when she saw some commotion and watched a runner collapse. And then she saw an ambulance start to move. And she went over to find out exactly what was going on and if she could be of assistance. And when she got there, she found a gentleman who had collapsed while running the race. And he was pretty close to the finish. He was not breathing. He was actually bleeding. And she decided she needed to take immediate action. She started CPR at that time. About the same time, an ambulance did come up to the scene. They started to get out and get their equipment ready to go. Damian Malik had just finished the race. Maybe not just finished. I think he finished and was looking around and kind of trying to find out what his time was, I think, as the story goes. But I think he'd had a pretty good race. When he noticed the commotion as well, and he looked over and he did see the gentleman collapsed on the ground, and then he could tell that the ambulance had gotten there. So he rushed over to see if he could be of assistance. So when he got there, he performed CPR, and they loaded the patient up into the ambulance, and he rode in with the ambulance. So between what Anna did initially to get over to the patient and start the assessment and to start CPR, and with Damian coming over and completing the rest of the ride in, he stayed with the ambulance crew because he is a paramedic and he didn't relinquish control. It took two people in the ambulance to make sure everything was stabilized, and when they got in, they were able to turn it over to the ER staff. And I think the true outcome of all this is that we have a true save. And Mr. Turner is alive and well. He was not able to be with us this evening, but it's great to have his daughter Paula with us. So Paula Black, would you come up? So, and she has her husband Eric here as well. So I'm going to put a few people on the spot here. If they want to talk tonight, they can. But Paula, I just wanted to really thank you for representing your father, and we are so glad that he's doing better. And you know, it's we hope we get to see him at one of these meetings in the near future. So, you want to say anything to these folks?
Well, on behalf of my father, who can't be here this evening, he certainly appreciates the efforts of the two individuals who are being acknowledged tonight, as well as several other, whether it be rescue personnel or hospital personnel, who definitely did step in and truly save his life. At the time that these two individuals responded, my father was non-responsive. He wasn't breathing and had no heartbeat. It wasn't until they got him into Quia Delta that they were actually able to revive him. So, but for the efforts of these two people, my father wouldn't be with us here today. So he, although he cannot be present tonight, he does send his sincerest gratitude and thanks, as well as all the other members of our family. So thank you so very much.
I didn't know Anna's story as well as I did Damien's, but, you know, one of the things I think I'd be real remiss if I didn't recognize Damien's family, that's here with us tonight, as well, his wife Christy, his daughters Faith, who's the first one, Emma the second, and son Stephen. So, I'm very proud of what Damien did. You know, I think it's in the highest caliber of what we hope our employees will do. He used his training to the utmost, as did Anna, and in this we had an incredible outcome. So, you know, these are true off-duty firefighter who took it upon himself to do what needed to be done, and an off-duty nurse who took it upon herself to do what needed to be done, and obviously a great outcome for all. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Jenny Roberts and the American Heart Association.
Thank you. I'm also very honored to be here. I do represent the American Heart Association, and you may not realize that more than 326,000 cardiac arrests occur outside of hospitals every year, and 90% of those people don't survive, and that's because we don't have people stepping in and doing CPR. So you really do have two local heroes today, Anna and Damien, who were fearless and saw someone in need. They didn't hesitate to worry about hurting the potential person or repercussions. They just jumped in and saved a life. So thank you so much for being heroes. And the American Heart Association would like to present you both. Should we have them come up? Sure. With our Heart Saver Hero Awards for the community. And then we also have our Heart and Torch pen for both of you. So thank you for all of your efforts.
We may as well keep you two up here if it's all right, because now I get to turn this over to City Council, and Councilman Collins and Councilman Chucklin would like to come and make the presentation for the city.
Greg, why don't you go ahead and go first?
You know, one of the things that this community is blessed with is firemen and also those paramedics in Queen Delta, who has wonderful nurses that live among us. And it's my great pleasure to present to Ann Berg a certificate of special recognition for extraordinary action and quick assessment to administer CPR until medical assistance arrived. You're ultimately saved a life, and that's signed by the City Council.
Councilmember Shufflin.
Yes, and for me it is with great pleasure to present this to Damien. I've known him for quite some time, and it doesn't surprise me at all. But this is presented for Damien for going above and beyond the call of duty by providing emergency medical services that ultimately saved the life. So I will get this.
To everyone involved, thank you very much. This is a nice way to start a meeting. It's a great honor to be involved in tonight, so thank you very much. We'll now move to items of interest.